when we were growing up, my parents moved a lot separately. They were divorced, but they both were in the business of moving a lot. And I was the kind of kid that cried on the first day of school until I was 13. And then after that, for the next 3 years, I just cried before school, not at school. Like, I got it together and realized that part of my problem was that I was a nerd because I was crying in the classroom on the first day of school, and that was affecting the way that other people perceived me. It's okay, I'm not sad about it anymore, I let it go. But my whole life, my mom sort of told the story that when Sarah and I when she got pregnant, she found out she was having twins, and she decided that she was going to name the first baby Tegan and the second baby Sara. But once I was born and then Sarah was born, I was really sick and I was really little when I was born. I was only 3 pounds, 8 ounces. And so my mom said that she felt really guilty because, like, we were in the hospital for about a month, and when she would come and visit every day, she basically the entire time we were in the hospital felt kind of bad because she decided to give the first baby the name Tegan, but it was a bit more of a strong name, and like Sarah was more of like a sweet name, and she decided because I was weak and little that I should have been named Sarah, not Tegan. Yeah. But I mean, you can't go fucking with your kids' names after you name them. That's it. You know what I mean? You cannot have option anxiety after the fact. Once the little bracelet's on the little baby arm, it's like you can leave it up to them when they're 14 to go through the phase that they decide that they don't want to change their name anymore.
You can change it.
I know you can. I said you don't.
Some people do.
Yeah, no, I know some people do. Usually, like, between the ages of 14 and 18, they decide to rename themselves, like, Pegasus or something like that. What was the name of the kids in Baby Mama when they're like, what do you remember? Banjo. If someone here's named Banjo, I apologize for laughing like that. I lost control. My name's ridiculous too, so, but anyway, we moved around a lot, but thankfully we were good enough students that we were able to, a lot of times, work our way still into the same school, so we didn't have to start all over again, and, but I still cried. I would start school after 2 or 3 years of already being in that school, knowing everyone, and yet I would cry anyway. I know, it's really weird. I totally have, like, serious anxiety disorder, but, well, and you know what's funny is, like, my teachers liked me, I had friends, I mean, Sarah was there, I mean, I shouldn't have been crying. It was weird. Does anyone cry when an authoritative figure speaks aggressively towards them? Okay, so it's really normal. Okay, well, I feel better. Sarah did not cry, no. She basically Sarah sees herself as like, she actually, yeah, Sarah, yeah. There's like 3 strong people in the audience. They're like, good on it. Are you guys in the military or police force, perhaps? Here's a doll for you, Sarah. It's very strong. Anyway, I was gonna say that Sarah did not cry, but Sarah perceived herself to be the caregiver in our family. She saw my mom was a single parent and went back to university when we were very little, and so we had to go to a daycare, and my mom used to bowl with her friends, and we went to the bowling daycare too, so we had to go to bowling daycare plus daycare before and after school and at lunchtime. And I can't have cream soups, and 2 days of the week it was cream of mushroom and then cream of tomato, and so I didn't get to eat, like, twice a week. Yeah. I know. I got to have the 4 crackers and the 1 glass of milk. If you finished your soup, you were allowed a 2nd glass of milk, and I didn't even like milk, but I was starving to death, so. But anyway, why was I telling you that? Oh yeah, bowling daycare. So the only time I can really remember Sarah, like, going mental in public, like me, she would do it at home all the time. She was a hypochondriac, and she always was going for scans and ultrasounds and stuff like that, but whatever. Anyway, but if I keep talking, the stage will be littered with gifts. Throw money. So we went to bowling daycare, and Sarah had a retainer, and it's cool, it's totally fine. See, I've got the more square jaw, and so even though we're pretty much the same size, like, my face looks twice the size of hers, but really it's just because I have a more, you know, strong, but she's got the heart-shaped face. She kind of looks like Alyssa Milano, and, yeah, when Alyssa Milano was on Maxim 3 years ago, I almost puked. I was like, it's Sara! Anywho, oh yeah, bowling daycare, and anyway, she left her retainer in the bathroom, but she didn't remember that she left it in the bathroom and had like a meltdown, like she like lost her shit. And the bowling daycare leader lady was screaming at Sara, because I'm sure this shit happens all the time, and then parents probably come in and go ape shit and are like, you are responsible for one thing, my kid's retainer. And so anyway, Sara cried and I panicked. Like, I couldn't be helpful. Like, I wasn't like, okay, well, everyone spread out, let's find the retainer. I just sat in my chair and was like, in my head, I was all like, I wish she was dead. Not like I really wanted you to be dead, but I was so panicked. Like, I just did not know how to deal with anything. And I was all like, I wish you weren't here. I wish that didn't happen. Why did you have to do that? You're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid. And then she found it, and I was all like, you know, holding back tears, and she was totally calm. Anyway, that was supposed to be a story about her crying, but I guess that was about me crying again. Okay. Music time.